to remind people of, and that you keep yourself muted and just respect each individual's personal experience. And it may be different from yours, but it is just as valid. And holding the space for each other to share is, a really powerful act of kindness. So please listen without judgment. And I will have some questions and answer session after the talk, and then you'll be able to unmute yourself before you speak. And if anybody is sharing, please just be mindful that what they share and keep in confidence. Okay, so for me, a little bit about me. As I said, I live in Bermuda, and my life came to a crossroads 28 years ago. And I embarked on a journey of healing and spirituality for my own recovery. And it started with yoga, meditation. I learned Reiki, crystals, and then I went on to do transpersonal psychotherapy and transpersonal hypnotherapy and some other healing modalities. The majority of my training was at Delphi University, which is a holistic spiritual university in North Georgia, USA. And through the years on my journey of seeking, I learned various methods of meditation through yoga. I joined the Buddhist group and learned lots of meditation techniques through them. And then it was when I went to train at Delphi that I experienced this inner sanctuary meditation training. And I had such a profound experience because I have a very busy mind. And it took a lot to just quieten that mind down. And I felt that there had to be something else. So this inner sanctuary meditation was really profound for me because it was a guided visualization meditation. And for me, it was the right fit. And I was so excited about it that I knew I had to learn how to teach this and become a facilitator and teach others. And I have been teaching it for over 15 years, and I've to several hundred students. In addition, I do have a holistic center in Bermuda called My Serenity, and we try and assist those to find their peace within through holistic modalities that we offer, massage and workshops. So I teach a lot of workshops in-house and online about personal development. I'm a Reiki master. I teach Reiki, meditation, crystals. And I also have under DerynHiggins.com some online courses for self-study as well. So I'm excited to tell you today about your inner sanctuary. So what is your inner sanctuary? Your inner sanctuary is found within your spiritual dimension of your consciousness, so your awareness. It is that sacred space where you can connect with your spirit and strengthen your spiritual attributes and positively transform your life. So I want to just talk a little bit about going within. When you come to a point in your life, you want greater peace and harmony in your life and love. You're then really sensing a calling from your spirit. And meditation is one of the ways that we can connect with our spirit. But, we're also all familiar with another type of going within. And it can mean temporarily shutting out all the stimuli in the external world and focusing on what we want to think about. And most of the time, it involves a situation or a person or a problem. So we're trying to find that solution. So we're really going to our mind within to think things through. And we can't find the answer right away. And then we return to our external world, but a portion of our awareness still remains within to finding those answers. So, we're unable to return 100% to the outside world because we are preoccupied within, still working on that problem. And many times we go through the emotions of events and being with people, but there isn't much feeling or enjoyment. We feel numb and we feel like we're a dog trying to find a place to bury its bone. Our thoughts and emotions are worried and we're still trying to find a solution within. And I'm sure you all know if that worry, continues, it can cause us stress, anxiety, and eventually it will impact your well-being, because all of the stress and anxiety caused within is matters about it's about matters that are going on in the external world. And that then increases sense of and feelings of unworthiness, frustration, and inner chaos, because we really haven't known a greater way, and we have habitually repeated this process over and over and getting the same negative results. And if we think about what we've all been through in the last 2 years, this pandemic, it almost feels like we've been in this we're in post-traumatic stress disorder from it. And people are really seeking right now that harmony and that peace within, and letting go of what's been happening over the last 2 years. So inner sanctuary training, it's a meditation process, but it's so much more. It's an amazing tool, and it helps you deal with life on life's terms. And I wish I had learned this in my 20s, but I do know it's a journey, and we're all where we're meant to be at this point in time. And I am so grateful for that. So why do you need your inner sanctuary? Your inner sanctuary, it's a place where you can go to restore your energy. And just like I said, we've all been through, the last 2 years, we just need some restoring and renewal. And it's a place where you can go within to heal yourself and restore yourself. It's also a place where you can go in to receive spiritual insight and answers. Instead of, like I just gave the example of going within your mind to figure this out. No, you're going to go into the spiritual dimension of yourself and connecting with that higher, wiser part of you to receive spiritual insight and answers. It's a place where you can go and create and manifest ideas and goals, what you want to bring into your life. You can energize this and have that vision. It's a place where you can go and strengthen your purpose and direction. We are all spiritual beings having a human existence, not the other way around. And this is a place where you can go to connect with that higher, wiser self and strengthen your purpose and your direction in life. It's a place, again, where you can go and be a channel of healing, of love in our world, and, connect within and bring that love and harmony and peace within your family, your workplace, and become more loving in your own self-expression and to others. And it's as a result of all of that and connecting in your inner sanctuary and doing this inner work, you have greater feelings of self-worth and confidence within yourself. So I'm just going to explain a little bit more about what happens when we go within, and also the training. So as I said before, it is that sacred space within where your own higher self is there. So your higher self awaits the arrival of your personality. And everybody has a higher self. And it remains in our unconsciousness, always trying to get our attention, until we begin our own spiritual quest and become aware of its desire and ability to participate in our life. So your inner sanctuary is a spiritual complex for you, to restore and heal yourself, gain spiritual insight and answers, access your inspired creative mind, and strengthen your purpose in preparation for returning your focus to the external world. So there is order, structure, and harmony within that then restores order and structure and harmony in your life. So the training, there's 5 sessions that happen that we go through, and we cover a variety of topics. And the first one is, we discuss our inner senses and how we can use them in our everyday life. Just as you use your 5 senses, in your experience in your physical world, you can use your inner senses to experience your inner world. So we are talking about clairaudience, clairsentience, clairvoyance. We talk a lot about that. We also address our emotions and look at our emotions and our behavior of anger, fear, and judgment, and we have a new way of learning how to deal with these emotions. We go within to work off that energy so that we're not reacting in our outer world in a way that we really don't want to react and behave. We look at our negative thoughts and feelings. We work on reprogramming the brain and look at the self-sabotaging beliefs that keep, repeating and causing different patterns and cycles in our life. So we're now focusing on the glass half full and not half empty. So it's almost like we learn to install a new software. We also talk about the left and right hemispheres of the brain and the integration of the right-left brain activity, switching our attention from an overworked left brain to our right brain sensitivity and abilities. And, for those that work in corporate, you are probably in left brain the majority of the time. And I found with students that are in left brain the majority of the time, it's really hard for them to meditate. So this type of meditation is easier for them to transfer into that right brain activity. If you think of someone like, and we both can, we can switch from one to the other. And if you think of Leonardo da Vinci, for example, he was a scientist as well as an artist, and he was an engineer as well as a sculptor. So he had that whole brain activity going, and that's where our genius lies, using that whole brain and its potential. So we do work on that as well. We focus on the heart and on healing the heart. Many of us have had past hurts and resentments and forgiveness, and we do some work on that. And there's a place within where you can deal with that. Resentments are, like drinking poison. You need to let them go because you're still chained to that event that happened that caused resentment if you're still hanging on to that. And it's doing you more damage than the other person. So we have a big discussion about forgiveness work. And it's a place where you can go and learn to restore yourself for your healing. And, using that light vibration to heal every cell, atom, and molecule of your being. We learn how to receive the guidance from our higher self. And we discuss manifesting and creating goals and priorities for ourselves. And we learn a technique to energize them. And lastly, we strengthen our purpose and our spiritual self so that we can integrate that in our external world. So I would like to take you right now on a short journey to your inner sanctuary. And this is only a small portion of it. It's the beginning portion of it. And it can be a little bit emotional, but it's a good emotional, it's a release. So whatever comes up for you needed to come up and to release. So if you can all find a comfy spot, whether you want to lie down or sit, and make sure that you are supported, and uncross your legs and arms. I'm going to take you on that little journey right now. So just close your eyes right now and take a nice slow deep breath in and exhale. And let's just do that one more time, inhaling slowly and deeply. And exhale, and just allow yourself to relax even more. And I want you to see, feel, sense, or just imagine yourself walking on a beautiful path in the countryside. It's a beautiful day and the sun is shining. You love nature, and everywhere you look, you see beauty. You're alone, and it feels so good to have this time by yourself. And as you walk along this path, you see a beautiful meadow filled with every kind of beautiful flower that is. They're everywhere. And as you look to the left at all the beautiful flowers, you notice that one attracts your attention. And just look at that flower. And as you're looking at the beauty in that flower, it begins to change into one of your loved ones. Just feel that love flowing from you to that loved one right now, dissolving and healing any difficulties between you. And as you look at the meadow and the beautiful flowers, they begin to change into all of your loved ones. Everyone that's given you love and inspiration in your life. And thank them for everything they have given you. And just feel your love flowing over to them. Now it's time to continue on the path. And as you walk along the path, on the right, you see a field of weeds. And as you focus on those weeds, one of those weeds attracts your attention. And as you look at this weed, it begins to change someone in your life that you have hurt intentionally or unintentionally. And just look at the sadness in their eyes. And just send your love over to them and apologize. And as you send your love over to them, they begin to change. And you see the lightness in their eyes. And they begin to change into a beautiful flower. And know that you can transform sadness from anyone into love that you have hurt intentionally or unintentionally. And now, filled with love and light, continue to walk along the path. And as you walk along the path, your heart feels lighter, you feel freer. And you notice a bright light shining down, guiding you along this path. And as you continue to walk, the light is shining down on a beautiful waterfall. And there's a bench there for you to sit. Sit on the bench and just connect with that light that is shining down, that energy from source that is filling you with light and love. And as you connect with this light and love, your heart begins to expand. And just visualize all those that you wish you can send this light and love to them, and telepathically send it to them now. And now it's time to leave your inner sanctuary and get up from the bench and begin to walk on the path, feeling lighter and freer and love in your heart, and back into your physical world. And when you're ready, open your eyes. Now that's a very short portion of the inner sanctuary. And as I said, it could bring up a few things for people, but it's bringing up with the forgiveness work, you asking forgiveness if you have hurt somebody, just clearing up your side of the street. I have had some students that have gone through that process and said, well, my weed was someone that hurt me. And I said, okay, so then you have to do the forgiveness and forgive them and let them go. So Inner Sanctuary, as I said, it's a 5-session training. And the next training I am offering on Zoom is next Saturday, and I put the dates and times there on the slide. And I am offering 20% off for all members of IPHM. I also do private sessions as well. And because I'm in Bermuda, I can do it on Zoom. And you can look at my website, DerynHiggins.com. I'm on Facebook under just Deryn. If you find Deryn Higgins on Facebook, that's my personal Facebook. So my business is Deryn. I also have My Serenity, my holistic center on Facebook there. And you can email me at DerynEHiggins@gmail.com. So I hope if this piques your interest, you'll reach out. I don't know if there's any questions right now anyone has. I don't see anything in the chat. Siobhan, do you have anybody that has questions?
I haven't seen any in the chat, but I was just going to say that was so beautiful. That was such a lovely meditation. Thank you so much for sharing that.
Thank you. And thank you for joining us today. And this talk has been, as you know, part of the IPHM Festival, and there's a lot more presenters. It's exciting today. And the information there is on the slide if you want to sign up to their newsletter. And I really am truly grateful, Siobhan. Thank you so much for allowing me to present. And I hope this has been beneficial to everyone. Thank you.
That was amazing. Thank you so much.